you have a rolling walker at home? No. No. Okay, so I'll let Jennifer know. Or they will want to they will do.
Well, good morning all. I guess you know Anna wants to ride her bike again. Let me take a sip of coffee here and I'll walk you around the latest retirement project. What you have here, I call it number 5, is a 2006 Honda 1300C. It's got the motor trike kit on the back, and I'm stripped it down. I don't know how far I'll go with it. What I'm up to is I'm trying to get it to be dependable, smooth, with no rattles, no vibrations. So during the process of me stripping it down, I kept noticing things, and I didn't place it at first. But it has different parts on it. And I kept looking, I'm wondering, well, we've owned both the retro model and the C model in the Honda 1300. In fact, there's a 1300C in the garage now. But what I noticed, the 1300C or the sport model didn't have the heel and toe shifter or the wide floorboards. They didn't have the chrome covers on it. This is a Mustang seat. It's an aftermarket seat. It's not a seat, by the way, but it's for a retro. And the fender support and seat rails are for a retro. So somebody along the way has did some changes on it. Not bad changes. I mean, they both fit. Everything fits. But the engine, the serial number on the engine, the serial number in the neck, and on the tag all match. It is a C model, and it's got the C model fenders. It is a nice bike. It's not bad. Like I said, it's got the motor trike rear end on it, the conversion on it. The VTX1300C and the 1800, like the Goldwing or drive shaft. So they have come off the Universal, and it has its own drive shaft, and that's why I pulled it out. I want to make sure that drive shaft's serviced and it's in phase. When I'm talking about in phase, this yoke has to match the yoke up front. If it's out by a tooth or tooth, it'll vibrate. It does have that vibration between 20 and 30 miles an hour, and that's why out of phase problem. It was a handful to bring home. One of the shocks, the dampening was gone in one of the shocks. Those are brand new progressive dampeners with the original shock springs on them. I put them on yesterday. The airbags, sometimes in its life, somebody overinflated the air springs is what they call them, and they popped over center and they would just lay over and collapse. So we're looking for a set of air springs for it. While I've got it apart, what I want to do in here, even though the body goes back over the top, you can see how it's all rusted, kind of pitted. Once I get it settled, I'm going to pull at least this frame here off, send it out to powder coat. There's place an industrial loop called Powder Tech. I'll send it over there to them. I've had some work done for it before, and put the air springs back on it. I don't know about all these linkages yet. I don't want to disturb anything, not knowing what I'm doing, so I'll go slow with that. But they do need to be blasted and powder coated. If you ever own one of these and want to know where the serial number is, it's right here on top of the yoke housing. And this is 308 89 12 308. I think that's either a 9 or 8. But when I first got it, it had carburetor problems and exhaust leaks, and you can hear it along with this little harmony there. But that's going to be one of my goals, is to stop the vibrations, stop the noises coming out of it. And I did get the carburetor fixed already. The air fuel mixture in the carburetor, the needle was bent. I had to take my magnifier and look at it real close. I picked up another a long stem for easy adjustment, and the choke plunger wasn't going all the way and seating properly. I think I just worked on it while I had it apart. I had that carburetor apart about 4 times on the kitchen table, and I'd put it together, tear it back down, put it back together, and I'd check it every time I'd do that. Finally, that's what I found. I couldn't figure out why it would make it, but that's what I found. This insulation kit, they liked a lot of tie straps and a lot of washers, and nothing chrome or stainless, regular zinc plated. So there's a lot of, and you can see here, a lot of pits from being in storage. This is a in ham radio, this is a silent key sale. It was a estate sale. The gentleman passed away, and the wife had it in storage, and actually the son-in-law put it up for sale, and he had cleaned on it. He'd done a lot of work on it before I got it to clean it up and get it presentable. But I'm going to take it and take it all the way down. I pulled it out here for check the drive shaft, see if it's serviced. They use the universal for the VTX on the front, their drive shaft with a Ford yoke in the back. It does crank and run. It runs great. Got a lot of power for having that big old rear end on it. But if you look, I've cranked it twice now, because this is the second time I did this video. And I don't want to run it along too long for you, but rattles and vibration. There's no rubber mounts in anywhere on here, except for the Honda side. The Honda side's got all the original rubber mounts, but everything, well, I take that back. There's a little rubber mount here on the exhaust. Everything else I've seen so far, and rubber mounts in the shocks, of course. But everything else is solid. There's no rubber mounting there, so you got a lot of vibrations. Call it number 5 for a reason. And let me introduce you to the rest of the family. Real short, quick here. This is her daily. She used to ride this one all the time. It's a 2004 2004 Honda Shadow Aero. The Aero had the single carburetor, where the Spirit had twin carburetors. It's got the hypercharger, long pipes, Cobra shotguns, got her tool bag on it, LED lighting's got the different tips on the fenders, the tank seats, the seats haven't been done on this one, it has on this one. But the fender, gas tank, side covers, rear fender has been sent out to paint. It's a black cherry with metal flake in it, light metal flake. If you see it out in the sunlight, it'll actually give you a little sparkle to it. So this is her new bike. Every girl deserves a new motorcycle. So this is a Honda VTX1300C, a 2008 model. Sent the seat out to sergeants. They did the undercut and the two up on the back to push her forward. It's been dropped with special shocks in the back. It's got the progressive springs in it to drop the nose. And it's got the Milwaukee T-bars on it with the long pullbacks and the super radius. See how far that? So it takes a lot to push you forward and bring these handlebars back. And these, the shifter and the floorboards have been moved back just a little bit. It does have the Teflon coated clutch cable with the easy pull clutch kit on it. It has the same pull as the 750 on the clutch lever. Same amount of force. Got the hypercharger. Force. Got to have a hypercharger and the Cobra shotguns on it. She likes a loud bike, and that filled the bill. These are a matching pair. This was my daily rider. It's basically a bone stock 2006 1800C. Very impressive bike for its day. The only changes I made is I put the tool bag on it and put my gloves and goggles and everything in here, and put this cell phone case up there to have a camera, and also I could get GPS off of it and Bluetooth. The only thing I did to this one was I bought a second set of pipes for it. I put the O2 sensor bung in there for the O2 sensor, and I cut them off and did the super trap slip on back here, and took the rear pad off and put a luggage rack back that I modified from the 750 Shadow over there. Not the same one, but this next one is another 2006 VTX 1800C. It is the older bike of the two. These two bikes are 21 digits apart in the VIN. So these two bikes rolled down the Maryville assembly line in Ohio the same day at almost the same time. They were both in the crate when we bought them, and I watched them put them together, and here they are today. So that's why I call it number 5. It being in the garage, it doesn't do them justice. I'll post a little video on the end of it where I pan over on them, and they all look pretty in there. I'll have them out and running. She wants to ride. I don't know if she will get on 2 wheels again or not. That's her doings. But I'll clean this one up. I'll make it pretty. I'll make it rideable. I hope it's fun. And I got some work ahead of me, and I appreciate you looking at it. And stay tuned as I try to put it back together right. I got a lot of work ahead of me, so let me get off this camera and get busy. Thank you for watching. Happy Mother's Day.